City. It's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. My people, my co-hosts, my studio audience. Why not? Okay. I'm ready to go. Let's get started. It's time for... You got it. Okay, everybody settle down. I've got a really crappy story to tell you. Well, 50 Cent son, Marquise, celebrated his 21st birthday recently, like the other day. Today? Today? Oh, happy birthday, Marquise. So, Shaniqua is Marquise's mom, and 50 and Shaniqua don't get along. And there was a point in 50 Cent Shaniqua history where he was alleged to have burned down her house allegedly, because she wouldn't move out. Like, oh, please, he is petty spaghetti. Like, he's got real petty ways about him. I don't really understand it because he's got enough money to, take care and support and whatnot. Anyway, rest of the story, okay. So, today is Marquise's 21st birthday. As you know, when you're 21, you no longer need child support, right? Well, 50 announced that he's throwing a child support release party. He says, ladies who don't collect child support get in for free. What is that, anti-child support or I don't really understand exactly what that means. No, I don't really think he's throwing a party. I just think he's being petty on social media. And Marquise, I'm sorry that all this is happening for you because you seem to be a very nice young man. You're 21, just like Quincy Brown, Puffy's son, who was here yesterday. Now, Quincy is 21 as well, but apparently Puffy's child rearing is a whole lot different than 50 Cent. I don't know what the problem is that he has with his son, and I don't know that he owes back child support. Marquise, though, responded by taking a shot at 50's new sketch comedy show by saying, damn, only if your new TV show was this funny. Referring to the flyer for the party. See, he's got a beautiful smile, right? Down, girls. Anyway, 50 apologized afterwards, saying he's insensitive because he never met his dad and his mom was killed when he was 8. At some particular point, though, don't you have to let go of some of the things that badger you? And I mean, 50 is how old now? 40?
42.
42. Too old to be blaming some of his adult behavior on his lack of childhood rearing. I mean, I know I make jokes with my parents, because I grew up the fat girl and they always put me on a diet and they always made me feel different from my sister and my brother. No, don't feel sorry for me, Argentina. But honestly, those are just jokes. I'm just so over it, but I enjoy making them, giving them reminders of how horrible they made me feel sometimes when I was a kid. But I don't mean it like the way 50s. I don't care that you didn't grow up with a father and that your mom, whatever happened, when you were 8 and that you were shot 9 times. You're 42. You got a 21-year-old son. You know, get your life. So I've walked out of the double doors before and seen the Oak Ridge Boys. And I've walked out of the door before, no, I'm talking about in our audience, just sitting randomly. And I've walked out of the door before and seen Sandy Duncan, just sitting random. And I've walked out of the door and seen Michael Vick's mom, just sitting random. You know what I mean? And Reggie Bush mom, Miss Bush. So today I walk out of the door, and who do I see? Sonny and Sarah from The View. Hi! Thank you. Okay, so Nene Leakes was set to open up for Escape. Now, as you know, Escape is going on this tour. I believe Monica's gonna be on the tour. It's like a bunch of girls, and Nene was set to be the opening act for the entire tour stretch, doing stand-up. No, there's not, I mean, if you haven't been, you don't know, maybe she's funny. You know what, maybe she's funny, but apparently she wasn't funny last week. And completely lost her cool. You heard about this story? Because I didn't find out about this until 2 days ago. So this has been brewing for a week. Well, she was dropped from the tour after some comments, the Escape tour, after she made some comments while doing stand-up on a separate stop. Nene yelled, and the footage is online. You can actually see it and hear what she says. I'm like, oh, damn, girl. You just buried yourself. I mean, well, she yelled at a female heckler, and she said that she hoped that she got raped by her Uber driver. Yep, she used the R word. She used the R word on her way home. And there were a whole bunch of, you know, curse words involved with it, and the audience was booing. Nobody threw tomatoes, though. But the audience is booing, you know, and Nene ended up going, you know, on social and apologizing, but Escape decided that it wasn't enough. I agree. Only reason why, you know, as a comedian or a public person, you always have to expect hecklers. You just can't make them, you know, shift your wig. You just have to know, you know, you're going home. You know, perhaps you have a nicer house than your hecklers. You know, Greg is hugging you. And you live a relatively good life, I would imagine. You know, you can't let these people shift your wig, Nene. So I would have dropped her too. Because if I were Escape, and they're the ones who, they're the big stars on the show. Everybody else, you know, Monica is a +1, and who else is there, Norman?
Monica and...
There's one more.
You know, I feel like Tamar Braxton, maybe?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, okay, so, well, but if I was Escape, including Candy, who I know she knows from the Housewives of Atlanta, but you know what? After 40 years old, survival of the fittest, #1. And you might not understand what I mean. Maybe you think I'm cold and callous and stuff, but you know, I remember turning 40 and feeling that way. But particularly when you turn 50, you wake up in the morning just to sock your retirement fund and moisturize your bones. No, really, and really. And if you're offered a job that your girlfriend was offered, but you took the job, oh well, oh hell, I'm taking this job. And so Nene is replaceable, easily. Lunel, I'm sure, would be more than happy to do it. Very funny. And a real comedian. Also, Samore, who I haven't heard from in so long. Oh, police. Samore is a national treasure. Samora could do this escape, so I'm just saying, I think you did the right thing, and you know what, Candy, no, you don't owe allegiance to Nene because you're friends on The Housewives. What you owe yourself at 49 years old, wow. At 49 years old, what you owe yourself is a great chance of a comeback. And you don't need any people outside protesting, and you also don't need to take any light off of you all. So, there, that's it. People get this friendship thing twisted. You know, when you're in the same business. When you're in the same business, you know what I mean? Now here goes Andy Cohen. Brilliant idea, I might add. He's been hired to replace Kathy Griffin for CNN's New Year's Eve with Anderson Cooper. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, for Andy, and he'll tell you this story for himself, so I'm not talking out of school. Anderson's like the one that got away. Andy was so hot for Anderson, but it just was never reciprocated, so they're friends. I don't know how you do that. You know, if you find somebody real hot and they spurn your advances, or maybe you're too shy, you never make an advance, how does that work? Anyway, two really good-looking men. That's a good look for Andy. And as far as Kathy, you're wondering why she's not there. Well, she was kicked off because of the Donald Trump. She was holding the head, the bloody head, Donald Trump. And so here we go with friendships and showbiz again. Anderson was like, girl, I am your friend. You, me, Kelly Ripa, Andy Cohen. You know, like Kathy's part of that group. So I don't know where she thought that. See, it just goes to show, all is fair in showbiz and showbiz. If I were Andy, I would have kicked Kathy out of the show as well, because I like doing this show, if I were Anderson. I like doing it, it's fun, it's a nice paycheck, and let's get Andy. Andy will do it. And, you know, and as far as Kathy, ugh. I'm sorry, Kathy, but I'd have to kick you out of the clique. Because now you're like the Grim Reaper coming into every cocktail party. Right now, it's like coming into every cocktail party, soiree, or celebration. Here comes Kathy. She's got a neighbor who, you know, hates her, and, you know, she's been kicked off New Year's Eve. Oh, Andy, shield me. As a matter of fact, slink me out the back door. Yeah, sorry, Kathy. Congratulations, Andy. You know what, Candy? This is your chance to lock him up and throw away the key. Because this is the only way your daughter's gonna learn her lesson. Well, okay, hold on. So Tori's husband, Dean McDermott, might be going to jail. Well, his ex-wife, Mary Jo, asked the judge to put him behind bars because Mary Jo was claiming that he didn't keep his part of the overdue child support. Now, what they had done as two adult people, and their child is now 19. I hope he's not trying to wait it out like 50 Cent. Anyway, their boy is now 19, Mary Jo. They only have one. They were married at one point, and now they're not. So they tried to have this adult agreement where we don't have to take this to, you know, family court. Dean, just pay me, you know, X amount a month, and we'll work it out like that. Well, apparently, he's not kept his end of the bargain, and so she's had to go to formal family court to talk to the judge. He has not kept his end of the bargain. So he's facing, I think they said like 5 years in jail. Tori's mother, Candy, Let me ask you one more time. Candy, this is your chance, because obviously your daughter is sick in love with this man. I know they have 5 kids together, and I know she wants to get pregnant to have a 6th, because she likes an even number. Oh, please. Don't get me started. Have you paid your American Express bill? It's almost up to $100,000, Tori. By the way, these are rich people's problems, so don't feel bad for laughing along. Please don't. So, Candy, if your deal is that you don't like Dean, and that, yeah, maybe you think that she has too many kids, you need to get her before they take get him before they take the condom off. And have the 6th child, number 1. And number 2, help your daughter financially. Hire the best lawyer ever and throw him in jail. And, oh, police. In our Hot Topics meeting, everybody's like, what, Wendy? You know, leaving 5 children with a single mom? I said, look, there are plenty of people out here who've been raised without a father in the house, who've turned out to be upstanding citizens. So that, to me, is no longer the big excuse. My thing is that I think that these two are toxic for each other, so one of them has got to be pulled from the house. And while he's doing his jail time, hopefully she'll meet somebody new, or anyway, or be hypnotized and brainwashed into not caring about going back to him. And Candy can certainly give her money. Each child can have a governess. Oh, please, it's not like this Tori's going to be running around the house like everybody else with 5 kids and in the throw-up robe. You know what I mean? No, you know, she'll live the lap of luxury. I want him to go to jail. Sorry. I think that that's what she needs. You know, I think that she needs a breather. So, by the way, I'm very excited for Ivana. Yeah! And what I love most is that she is a woman who did not tell, like her people did not tell my people, oh, Wendy can't ask this, Wendy can't ask that. She asked me anything. Yeah. And she's a whole lot of fun. All right, so Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. Listen, I am believing in this relationship. I didn't believe in it at first. I thought that she might be too smart for him. I don't know. I know he's never been hit in the head with a baseball, but something about him makes me feel like he couldn't hold a conversation past hors d'oeuvres. You know, like for the main entree and then the dessert. Like, he's not that guy. Like, he looks nice. You know, you're good for the appetizers. But after that, I need real conversation. But apparently, things are working out. They might be moving in together. And I say yes. And normally I'd have different parameters, but you know, every case has, you know, different reasons for the battiness that I say. Like, Jen just listed her New York City apartment for $27 million. This joint is jumping. It's fabulous, isn't it? No, we've got more, Anyway, I like the idea of their blended families. They've only been dating for 8 months. I know what you're saying. 8 months, you're gonna blend and all move in together? Yeah, why not? They are people of a particular age. Sometimes when you get a particular age, like past 40, you know what you want when you want what you want. And she's got her twins, they're 9, and he's got a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. So the kids have each other in the West Wing, while Jennifer and A-Rod are making sweet, sweet love in the East Wing. And in between, kind of the same thing with Tori. You know, these people don't raise their kids by themselves, even though they try to fool you about it. There's all kinds of governesses and people on ladders and scrubbing on floors and, you know, breastfeeding kids that aren't even their own, you know. So I've got no problem with their love, and only 8 months in, and they're going fast. But we know that Jen loves love, and apparently Alex is smarter than we thought. Why not? Oh, clap louder! More great show. Up next, it's the president's first wife, the fabulous Ivana Trump is here. So grab a snack and come on back.